Hi there everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Rizwana and I'm back with another interesting video where we'll be learning what is UX designing. So without getting delayed, let's get started. As I mentioned in my intro video that I'll be explaining you all separately about UX and then UI. In this video, we'll be mainly understanding what exactly is UX designing. So first let's see the topics which we'll be discussing today. There are four main topics which we're discussing in this video, and they are what exactly is UI UX designing, what is UX design, four important concepts of UX, and the responsibilities of a UX designer. Now let's see our first topic, what is UI UX designing. So first let's understand what UI stands for and what UX stands for. UI stands for user interface, UX stands for user experience. UI and UX are actually like a magical world where we design and create interfaces that are both virtually appealing and easy to use.
Let's see a little bit about UI and then move on to the second topic of our video, which is UX. So, coming to UI topic, we'll be discussing that in upcoming video. But for now, let's see what makes UI different from UX. So, you can see on the screen that UI is all about the interface which we see while using an application, where all the elements like text, icons, colors, everything are aligned properly in the right place for a user friendly experience. There are many things that fall into this category of UI, but let's see few of them. As we're not moving uh, deeper into the UI topic, I'll just give you all a glimpse of certain categories that make up a UI screen, and then we'll move on to the UX part. No more confusions. I don't want to confuse you all. That's my main agenda. So UI has icons, it has buttons, carousels, text, colors, and what and how you're presenting your screen, so on and so forth. So all these mentioned elements like icons, text, colors, carousels, buttons, and all the things which you see on the screen right now make up a UI screen. As we have understood what exactly UI is and what are the elements that make up a UI screen, let's not move further into UI topic because that will be explained you all in the next video. Let's dive deep into the UX part itself, which is the second topic of our video. What is UX design? UX is all about the journey that a user will experience while using that product. For example, it could be a mobile application or it could be a web application. So let me give you one example so that you'll understand better. So let's take an example of an OTT platform like Amazon or Netflix or any other platforms because we use it on a regular basis. So let me give you that example to make you all understand what exactly UX designing is. So let's take simple and easy steps that you take to watch a movie on the OTT platform. You click on the app from the app drawer, like this one, and then you enter your ID and password, and then you log into the app, and then you search for the movie or the series which you wanted to watch, and then you watch them. So these are the four important steps which you take to watch a movie, right? Now, whatever you experienced was a smooth flow. That is from start to end, which is opening an app to watching a movie. You didn't face any issue or you didn't get stuck anywhere. And finally, you accomplished that task. So, overall, it was a good experience because everything went on a smooth flow. Now, let's consider this experience to be a good experience. Okay? Now, what if you logged in and you were not able to search a movie which you wanted to watch, or let's take you were not able to log in itself? You were finding an error when you were trying to log in. Then, what is your emotion or what is your feeling? You obviously feel irritated because you were not able to log in and watch a movie, and you will not be able to have that feeling on that app like, okay, this is working properly, because overall experience was a bad experience. You were not able to log in, or even if you logged in, you were not able to search a movie. So you will not feel like using the app again because it doesn't work properly. So let's consider this scenario as a bad example. So as we have now understood what good and bad example is or experiences, we will look into another example where we'll see how a UX designer will make sure that the user will have a good experience. Let's take the example where the UX designer will play a dual role to make sure that the user will have a good experience. So we'll take an example of a restaurant. Imagine you go into a restaurant. In this restaurant, UX designer plays a dual role of an architect and an interior designer. They play this two or dual role because they have to take care of four important things. One is layout of the menu, two, comfort of chairs, three, lighting, and four, overall experience or overall feeling. Now, why especially these four items or four categories? Imagine that the menu is totally confusing, comfort of chairs is not as expected, and the lighting in the restaurant is very bad, and you don't feel like ordering or you don't feel like sitting over there and you want to go back. But what kind of experience does this come under? Bad, right? Yes, it is a bad experience, and you will never come back to this restaurant because you were not comfortable. You had a bad experience. You were not able to order. You didn't like the ambience of the restaurant. So, obviously, you don't feel like coming back to the restaurant. What if the menu of the items were clearly mentioned and chair comfort is amazing because as there is a rush in the restaurant, you have to wait for a longer period of time to get your food and you enjoy the ambience of the restaurant sitting comfortably in that chair and wait for your food. And you leave with a full satisfaction. And what kind of experience this scenario comes under? Obviously, a good example, a good scenario, right? A good experience because you understood the layout of the menu, like what starters are, what is the main course, what are the desserts, and what are the special items in the restaurant. The comfort of chairs was soft, comfortable, and it had a good back support so that you can rest on it and wait for your food to come. And the lighting also had a good color, and it revealed the real color of food and drinks which you ordered. And overall feeling like you had a very cozy feeling, you had a good experience, you enjoyed the dining, and you left the restaurant with a full satisfaction. So it's a good experience. From the moment you stepped into the restaurant to the moment you stepped out of the restaurant, whatever you experienced in the restaurant comes under good experience because you experienced everything and you liked everything. You were happy with the food, layout of the menu, comfort of the chairs, the lighting was very, good. So everything was good, good, good. So, UX designer will make sure that each and every user or each and every person who comes into the restaurant, or as you have taken the restaurant example, I'm explaining that. So, whoever comes into the restaurant will make sure that they have a good experience and leave with full satisfaction. The same way with the example of the app which we have taken. So, user experience designer or the UX designer should take care or will take care of the design where the user should not face any issue while they move into the app or while they use the app. So I hope you all have understood how a UX designer makes sure that a user has a good experience. Now let's see by using which concepts do they focus on this good experience designing. So before we look into these concepts, I wanted to tell you all that I will be explaining these concepts in detail in the upcoming videos as we move with our learning. But for now, I will be giving you the briefing of the concept so that it will be easy for you all to understand when we learn that topic in the future, that too in detail. So let's keep going. So there are four main concepts in UX. Number one is user research. It is also called as UX research. Two, information architecture. Three, interaction design. And the fourth one is user testing. So let's get into user research first. In user research, designers are like detectives to understand user pain points, user actions, what is the user behavior, and what are the tasks they want to accomplish when they use the app. Now, how do they do this researches? They talk to the regular users of that app, or also called as the target users. Okay, to make you all understand more better, let's take the example. Now, you want to design a food delivery app like Zomato. For that, you talk to your friends, family, and your colleagues, or the people who use Zomato on daily basis, or if not Zomato, any other food delivery apps like Swiggy, Uber Eats, and all that. It's like you're preparing few questions to ask them to understand what are the pain points, what actions do they take to complete the task, what are the emotions they show while they use that particular app, and what is the overall experience of that user when they use that particular app. While conducting the user research, there are five main things to keep in mind to understand the user in a better way. And they are the user pain points while they use the app, what are the actions and behavior of the user, and what are the improvements they require after they use the app, and what is the overall experience of the user. Now let's look into the second topic of design, which is information architecture. In information architecture, designers create clean and logical structure for proper guidance within the product. For example, when you go to a library, it's a very big area and you find number of books over there. For suppose you want to go and pick up a book of biology. So what if the racks are labeled and makes your work easier to go and find the biology book? And what if there are no labelings on the racks and you just go randomly to each and every rack and find? So which one is easy? Giving you the information that biology book is over here, or the scenario where you go randomly and search for the book from each rack. So which one is easy? Obviously, the rack which is labeled makes your work easier to find that book, right? The same way, information architecture gives you all the information about the app. If you click on some button, what will be the next action? So that will be provided in information architecture. Okay, let me give you an example, like how an information architecture looks like. Let's take the example of Amazon shopping app, which is very frequently used by us. On the main screen of this Amazon shopping app, you find home, cart, profile, menu. So under cart, you will be finding products which are in the cart, which you added, and the product suggestions based on your search on the app or based on the things you added in the cart. There'll be few suggestions of products like add to cart with the add to cart option over there. So you find these two things when you come into the cart, and when you come to the profile section, in profile section you might be finding things like your orders, your addresses, your locations, your what do you say, cards and all that. So in profile section you'll be finding all this. In cart you'll be finding these two options. So on home screen you'll be finding innumerable options like the products which you searched, continue searching option. So there are a lot many things in each and every screen. So to make a clear structure, to make a clear design, we use this information architecture so that visual designers or UI designers will look into this information architecture and make the home screen based on this information which we provide them. For example, in the information architecture, you provided on cart, when you click on cart, there should be products in cart and add to cart products option. So they will be designing based on this. Now let's move on to the next concept of design, that is interaction design. In interaction design, designers make sure that the flow of the app is smooth for a good user experience. To understand this in a better way, let's take the same example which we have taken to understand what a good and a bad experience of the user is in the beginning of the video. So whatever interactions you take on the screen comes under interaction design. Like you are selecting the app, then you are entering the user ID and password, clicking on the login button, which will take you to the home screen of the app, where you click on the search bar, type your movie name, and search for that movie, and then watch a movie. So whatever steps or interactions you have taken to watch a movie, all the things come under interaction design. And the designers should make sure that the flow of the app is smooth. That is, there shouldn't be any interruption or error coming up when they click on something on the screen. When there is an error coming up, it means it's not a good design and it will lead to a bad user experience. So, now that you have understood about interaction design, let's get into the fourth concept of design, which is user testing. In user testing, you put your design to test, where you prepare a few questions like you prepared while doing user research survey. The same way, you will be asking few questions to the user at the end of the testing. Now let's see how testing goes on. Testing is started by giving the target user your design prototype, and then you observe them while they perform the task. And while they are performing the task, you observe the actions of the user, behavior, and most important thing, whether user is able to complete the task or not. So these are few main observations you do when the user is performing the task. Once they have done, you will be asking the user feedback so that you understand the pain points and the areas of the improvement in the app. Now, once you get all the feedbacks from different users, you list them out, and whatever changes are there, you make a note down of that and you interact with the UI designer to modify the screens and go for testing again if required. So this is all about how testing works. This user testing is done using the concept A/B testing. A/B testing is nothing but you have design A and design B with you. So first you go ahead and test design A. If that's working well and good, if that's not working, you will have a plan B backup, which is the design B. You test that, and whichever is having a good user experience, you'll go ahead and design that with the final prototype. Now that we have understood everything about how a UX designer makes sure that the user should have a good experience through the four important concepts of UX, that is user research, information architecture, interaction design, and user testing. Now let's check the final topic of this video, that is the responsibilities of a UX designer. Coming to the responsibilities of a UX designer conducts user research to understand the pain points, actions, behavior of the user. And from the insights gathered from the research, they craft that into information architecture and collaborate with UI designers to create wireframes, mockups, and prototype. Once the UI designers complete their task, that is designing the UI screens, they go ahead with testing to collect the feedback and improvement required and give it back to the UI designer for redesigning or refining the screens. So this is like a cycle which goes on until the product is complete. So, a designer is like a bridge between the technical aspects of the product development and human experience. They ensure that the final product will solve the user problem and delivers a smooth, enjoyable, and efficient experience. So, that's all for this video, guys. Hope you all liked it, and see you soon with another video where we'll be discussing a lot more about UI UX designing. So please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit that bell icon so that you don't miss any notification when I upload a new video. That's all for now. Bye bye.